Well, good morning, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Hopefully you had a great Christmas. Howdy, how about yourself?
Ho, 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 ho. It was, I had a great Christmas. Did you have a good Christmas?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's hard to beat it when you got all the kids here having a good time, and the magic is in the air. I got some racing gifts. I saw you got some racing gifts. Yeah. Graham, my youngest, he got a little tricycle dirt bike deal. So
look out. Graham's a terror too, man.
Oh,
daredevil.
Yeah, that's an understatement. So he saw that under the tree. Santa brought him that, and he jumped right on it. He wasted no time at all. So that was awesome to see. He's my little racer. That is my racer. I also got a couple books, which I really cannot wait to dive into. So, like everybody in my immediate family, we thought it'd be fun to kind of draw a name out of a hat and kind of, just get a gift for that one person. Just think, get a good, thoughtful gift. And I got Charlie got me. So Charlie knows I don't like spiders, number one, so he gets me a remote control spider so he could scare Dad. Great thought of gift right there. Fantastic. With the leftover goodies he had. He bought me 2 NASCAR books. I thought that was really good. It was the 50 best races in NASCAR and the 50 best drivers in NASCAR. So really look forward to diving into those. And then I
might have to check those out when you're done with them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It looks like I brought it over the driver's book to Dad, Mom and Dad's, and was going through it with Dad to see like how many of those guys he really remembered from back in the day with some of those older NASCAR memories there. He quite a bit. And you look through some of those names and you realize how many of these guys in the popular days of NASCAR really had good dads that were in the forefront of NASCAR. I mean, we obviously know, Jarrett, Earnhardt, all these guys from back when we were racing or watching racing in NASCAR's glory days. Well, their dads were in it. They were pioneers of the sport. Ned, arguably better than his son Dale there. And
I would have to agree on that.
Now, I can't say the same for Earnhardt. I think the Earnhardt, the best racer was there in the middle. But I mean, just looking through some of these names, it's like, wow. Hendrick's father, I think, is in that.
Yes.
So it was just like looking through that. It was like, wow, man, that's really neat. So just cool to see that. All fun stuff. Yes, that's exactly the one that I got. Brandon Yermick said his son got the same spider.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's cool that you're reading all these books and stuff like that, and you find out interesting little tidbits that you didn't know. I mean, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I also got Mom and Dad got me a book from Dr. Sid Watkins. So the F1 doctor that really was at the forefront of changing and the evolution of kind of the on-scene traumatic hospital that now all F1, really all big tracks have a solid medical facility because of that man right there. And got Ross Braun's book too. So I'm looking forward to when school starts back up, because like I said in that post, that's when I do a lot of my reading. I get Addison there a little early. I go to pick her up a little early because it lines up with nap time. So it just works out well that I get a little moment of peace and I can flip through a book there. So really excited to look through that. Let us know what you guys got. I know there might not have been a race car under the tree. Maybe on that 8th day, 7th day, you didn't get the that part you needed. But hey, I know you said you got a neck brace. Elliot got a helmet dryer and a carrying case there. So that was spiffy. That was nice. And so obviously it's off season here. I say off season. It's not off season because we got some kids we know down in Daytona. You should just wear that all day around there. Your festive gear. We got some kids, some adults alike down in Daytona as WKA. They're practicing today. I'm Dr. Seuss now. And they fire up the racing tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I believe. So 3 days of racing out there in Daytona. And this is a event. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you've been down for this, correct?
No, I have not been down to Daytona for this.
Oh, okay.
I went to Charlotte. I've been to Road America. Daytona's the one I didn't make.
Gotcha. Okay, 10-4 there. So
yeah, but going back to talking about the books, you know who I like to see come out with the book?
Toto.
Dr. Terry Trammell.
Fair enough.
Because back in the day, and I'm sure it's still that way, especially with Indy. I mean, anybody that got hurt out there, and if you got hurt seriously, Dr. Terry Trammell was the one taking care of you. So I'm sure he's got some pretty good stories.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I would love to see Toto, when he's done with F1, kind of write a memoir of what he did with F1 there in Mercedes. I think that would be a fantastic book as well. But so, and you just talk about the knowledge. I think he could write a very well-written book. Brooks been down there. He's seen it, the dirt oval. So, interesting. I saw him. He posted a memory from 2013, if I'm correct, here earlier, and they were getting ready to. Maybe a buddy of his was getting ready to hit the track out there for the road course, the asphalt side of things. So he's been over there. He doesn't want to admit it. Listen to Brooks. He tries to hide away from that asphalt side, but.
Yeah, Brooks can drive some asphalt. We watched him.
Absolutely. He'll be on the show because I'll tell you, we got a guest today before we get ahead of ourselves here. He is one of the CWTV award winners, and we will be announcing those today. If you didn't already know who was the winners, you're going to find out today. We got one of them with us today, and we'll try to spread out these winners throughout the next few weeks here. So looking forward to that, but yeah, yes, absolutely. Brooks taking that most improved. I guess we'll just dive into it now. So we got Brooks Trammell taking the most improved driver on CWTV. We've got go ahead. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Really improved his driving throughout the entire year here. Excuse me. I'm getting emotional about it. We've got we'll go to the hardcore champion, the one that our buddy Dan DeLion was up for, but Randy Cornwell ends up taking that one. So the Pricks of Pavement leader, the king over there, he takes the hardcore champion. He'll be getting a trophy of a monster, just like ripping his shirt off. It's a pretty good one there. You move down into the fan favorite, and that's who we got on the show today, Mr. Chris Downing, and the fan favorite over here.
How did Downing get the fan favorite?
The fans voted.
I know. If you don't know Chris Downing, or if you haven't talked to him on Discord or something, everybody gives Downing a hard time, but he gives it right back. I mean, trust me, he does. But
I give him a hard time. I give him a hard time.
Tommy Boy's on him constantly. I won't even tell you what Downing tells Tommy Boy on here, because this is,
we were already talking about that this morning. So yeah, that's already been discussed there. But I'm trying to think. Oh, best looking, Todd Hook is going to walk away with a custom. I I always forget the word I'm looking for here. The an art piece of his car.
Okay.
But I can't think of the word here.
Diecast.
No, it's gonna be like an art, like that you can hang up on the wall, but it's like, oh my gosh, canvas, a custom canvas there.
Okay.
Gosh,
You're all fancy. I just said a painting.
Yeah, you're right. Fair enough.
Canvas.
So he's gonna get a custom canvas there of that beautiful looking ride he's got, and then the MVP, a very, very well deserved MVP. I'll tell you that, William Yeager, and we had some guys on there that were very impressive drivers. Excuse me. That really could hold their own on a track. I mean, Kyle Westwood was up for that vote. Kyle won NSRL race. He won an ECRS race. He won a Pricks of Pavement race. So took the 3 different series and won those. But you look over on dirt and maybe a little stiffer competition there, especially with the monsters of dirt. And Yeager was able to take, it didn't matter if he was in a midget. It didn't matter if he was in a sprint, 305, 360, 410. I saw him in the big blocks. I saw him in the UMPs, the supers. The kid won everything he was in. So,
yeah, he's tough.
Absolutely. So just a awesome, Matthew, thank you. Print would have worked.
Yeah.
You would think for a guy that talks on a microphone, I'd have a better way with words, but
I didn't anything. So I mean, we're both.
So yeah, that's pretty nice there. So William and Chris and Brooks, they're gonna walk away with a nice little. It's a novelty ring, but it's one of those championship rings there. William says 2020 on it. The other guys are walking away with a colored stone there. Like I said, Randy getting that monster ripping his shirt off. He's got a trophy coming his way. And then the print. The print. Exactly. So works out very well here, guys. And thank you guys who voted, who took their time and watched CWTV at all this year. Guys, I really appreciate it. And I think without further ado, we can go ahead and get this guy in here. You ready to have some fun with this man?
Sure.
Here he is, the most popular driver on CWTV. Downey, you got a copy?
Wheelman 628.
I know how much that pains you to say that, and I love it.
He said, how did Downing get it? And I said, well, the fans voted, unfortunately. I don't know why I let them do that.
Right. Yeah, no, that was unexpected. Like I was honored just to be a part of it, and had to win it. That's, like I said, unexpected, but that's cool. I appreciate it.
So
hey man, I know Shawn gives you a hard time, but I'll give you respect because your name Wheelman, and that pretty much sums up what you are. I mean, I've watched you run all kinds of different things in iRacing, and you definitely can drive, man.
Yeah, thanks. I've only been on here since, I don't know, I think it was like April, and definitely improved a lot since the beginning. I'm sure Shawn can attest to that. But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun on here with you guys. You know, racing everything from dirt to Indy cars, and we're doing 24 hours of Daytona coming up here in like another month. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
So you, and I've asked you this before, but let these guys know, because I mean, you said you just started here in iRacing in April. You took it away. I mean, you came in here. You've been very dominant here. It doesn't matter where you stack up, where you're racing, your top split in officials, stuff like that. But obviously that skill came from somewhere. You've wheeled it before. You don't just come up with a Wheelman name and never put it on the track. So kind of give us your backstory in racing here.
Yeah, I raced local like 4-cylinder Sport 4 class. That was a long time ago. I haven't raced in person in it's probably been like 8 years. But I did a lot of back roads. You know, I live in Maine, so we have a lot of like backwoods roads, and we used to tool around, you know, just driving trucks. And one of my buddies actually gave me the nickname Wheelman on one of our late night adventures in the woods. And yeah, that always stuck. And yeah, like on here, like it's crazy how realistic it is, and the feel you have to have for it. And like some of the cars and some of the tracks, I'm not very good at. Like Iowa is, I raced there last night in the C Open official and didn't have very good luck. I despise that track. But yeah, though it's crazy how real it is, and you have a lot of fun on here. That's for sure.
Now, I know yesterday you kind of got some big news coming to you. So you've been on the sim for what, 8 months now, and you kind of had something nice come your way yesterday. Why don't you tell everybody kind of who you're racing with now as far as that goes?
Yeah, so yeah, just by chance I happened to see that Rocket Racing Setups was running a recruitment race for the truck officials, and it was at Vegas. It was like a 50-lap race. We had a pretty good race. I led like a little over half of it, and mistake ended the race early, but they picked me up to start running the C Open officials with their setups, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully get some decent splits, and you got to be in a higher split to get decent points, and I'm getting there. I'm close.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know you were talking last night. That was a top split for you. But kind of go through like what got you into iRacing? What got you pushing here to be a top split oval guy?
Yeah, I've wanted to get on iRacing for quite a while, and didn't get the opportunity till this year, and I didn't really know going into it what I was going to do. And I got hooked up with some of the guys at ECRS for, a couple of their leagues, and didn't really do a lot of officials until probably midsummer. And I don't know, once I, figured out the whole learning curve and how, the iRating works for the splits and all that, I, decided to run them a little more and get my iRating up. And it takes a long time, as you guys know, to get it to where you need it to be a top split. But I'm just into that threshold now, so excited to see what comes.
Why would you lie to everybody? You said like we would know. I don't know what it takes to get in the top split.
Me neither.
You don't have to be nice because you're on the show now, Downing.
No, I mean, I was just saying, I mean, you guys know how it works. Like
I'm with you. I appreciate the compliment, though. I do.
And see, folks, if you ever jump in Discord with us, this is what you get all night.
Yeah, little bit of, except it's not as PG. It's not as PG.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a little milder.
But let's talk about that, because I do think that's a big part of iRacing here, and I'm sure a lot of people are probably about to get into iRacing. So this is that time of year where we start to talk about, the more virtual side of things like that. So what is the kind of your favorite thing about iRacing here and the community that we hang around with?
Oh, it's definitely got to be, the camaraderie. Like on the Discord, that you need help with something. There's people that jump all over each other trying to help you first. Whether it's computer issues or whatever. It's a great group of guys. The whole iRacing community as a whole is, it's really decent people.
Absolutely, there. Yeah, I completely agree. We have a load of fun here, and you don't just run the ECRS here. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find Chris Downing? Because I know you run a lot of CWTV stuff. You've been involved with the Pricks of Pavement. You've been involved with the NSRL on days that you've had off, different things like that. So I know you like to hop over to different things here, but I know you're doing some other things on the side, and like you said, different officials like that. We're going to run the 24-hour Daytona together. You could have found Downing and myself running with Scott in some endurance last season. So we kind of like to mix it up here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I ran mods and trucks with ECRS this past season. When I got hooked up with them guys, it was just before the season 2 started, and I had a lot of fun running with like Tim and Tegan and all them guys in the mods. It was always really close racing, and the trucks. It's unbelievable for in a fixed setup league, like how competitive like everybody is in that league. And then this new season, it's gonna be even more competitive. We got 40 guys, and yeah, the 24 hours of Daytona, that's gonna be a lot of fun. So it's you, Scott, Taylor, Kyle, Westwood, and myself are gonna be splitting the 24 hours up.
Yeah.
In a C8, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's going to be an absolute blast there. I know the ECRS has loads of guys going together. There's probably going to be like, what, 3-4 different teams that we got going on through there. So I can only imagine the Discord that's going to be going popping throughout that 24 hours.
All I want to know is who's running the LMP2 with me.
Not Chummy. I'll tell you that. Yesterday we're sitting there practicing. Chris, I don't know, were you in there when Chummy was out there with the LMP2?
Yeah, he got a little scared, didn't he?
He saw that he didn't know that there was those other faster ones out there, I don't think. And all of a sudden him and Daniel are just kind of trolling in the C8, and one of those shoots down under him, and he goes, "Whoa, what was that?"
He spilled his Triscuits.
Oh,
yeah, those LMPs do come up on you in a hurry.
They blow the paint right off of you there. So what's the one thing, I guess, that you drive now that when you got into iRacing, you would have never thought you'd be behind the wheel of?
Definitely anything to do with road racing. Like the endurance races that we did with the Mercedes and the Ferrari. That was pretty much my first dip into like full on, like endurance style road racing, and we definitely had some fun with that. And yeah, like I getting into it, I mostly saw myself driving asphalt oval, and yeah, like we started doing them endurance races, and I was like, man, this road racing is a lot of fun. And I'm up to A license now. Finally, I just got that like a week ago, so definitely gonna try to get a little more in depth with it, and because like this, we got to run open setup for the 24 hours, and those are completely different than setting up like a stock car on an oval track. So learning that is gonna be another aspect. So definitely looking forward to it.
So before you joined the ranks of the top dogs there at Rocket Racing Setups, how much time would you spend in a setup normally, or were you a fixed setup type of guy?
When I first started running officials, I ran open setups. I used VRS as a base and just tweaked on it a little bit. But then I got into running a lot more fixed. Haven't really done a lot of the open setup stuff until recently with Scott, who's been getting into running like the A opens, and we've been doing that together with a couple other guys. And I'm not big on setting them up myself. I can drive them a lot better than I can work on them, that's for sure.
So my question is, and this is a question we usually throw out to guys when we're talking about iRacing and sim racing, because there's several different degrees of rigs you can get, and how deep you get into it. You can spend $1,000, you can spend $30,000. Give us a rundown of your rig, Chris.
Well, I got my computer's kind of middle of the road, but it definitely does what I need it to do. But I got Logitech G29 with Logitech pedals, and I run one screen. It's a curved 32-inch. And I have I can't remember the brand. It's just a basic steel frame that everything mounts to. Came with a seat. Pretty basic, but I got a button box. It's pretty low. I think I like price wise. I bought everything before the COVID hit, and everything got crazy expensive. So I don't have a lot of money in it. It's pretty much a entry level setup.
And getting into it in April, you got into it like 15 days before the COVID hit, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah. Well, because when I bought everything, it was all ordered online and shipped, so it took a while, for everything to show up. So, like I bought everything like 2 weeks before everything started going up in price.
And that's the only time Downing will have good timing in his entire life. Trust me on that one.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Folks. I mean, you hear so many people on here because we've asked so many guys, and I mean, the majority of them say they're running a G29. So I mean, if you're listening and you're thinking about getting into doing some sim racing, G29 is a solid setup to start out with and continue with. I mean, we've heard Hayden Cardwell, who's won everything on iRacing. Downing's running G29. I mean, I got Fanatec gear and I'm getting my butt kicked. So there you go.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot better options, but the higher tech stuff is crazy expensive, but for what we do, the Logitech and the Thrustmasters, the Fanatec are all pretty relatively close. I'm happy with the G29. I definitely, the pedals are I think where the difference is.
Right.
Definitely want to upgrade my pedals, and I know, Shawn, you just said you got some new V3s coming, didn't you?
Correct. Yep.
Hold on, what?
Yeah. I finally dove in. I got the Cannonball. I'm thinking about once I eventually get the wheel, Pops might end up getting a wheel and pedal
set up.
Yeah, he can get the computer, but I'll hook him up with the wheel and pedal. That way we can get Pops on here.
Let me tell you, man, and not to change the subject of what we're talking about, the V3s are just, I mean, I know there's better pedals out there like the Huskenvelds and shit like that, stuff like that, whatever. But you're gonna, for Huskenveld, you're gonna spend probably what, $800 to $1,200 on a set of pedals, where the V3s are, what are they, Shawn? What did you pay for yours you just got?
I think it was just like $5.
Okay. And I mean, did you get the brake performance kit with them?
Yeah, I got the performance and the dampener. So I got it.
Okay. So for $500, you got a great set of pedals that can do, I mean, yeah, they're not hydraulic, but they can do just about everything else. And like I said, that will really help you pick up time.
Right. It's just a consistency, I think, with those pedals. But there's one thing I'm gonna miss, and Chris, you laughed at this. I think it was last night even. I was we were sitting in Discord, it was kind of quiet, and all of a sudden I heard something like that, And I said, Chris, was that the clackier G29s?
Yeah, it's an unmistakable sound, isn't it?
That is one. I almost knocked the camera over when I did that, but that is one sound that you almost miss once you upgrade out of a Logitech.
Right. Yeah. Every time you hit the turtles at any track, you get that big thump in your wheel.
So let me tell you a story about that. So Shawn was the first one to have a rig. Daniel and I didn't have one yet. Shawn was the first one. So I was over there one day. He's like, yeah, man, check it out. So I get in there and I'm sitting down. I don't even remember what I was racing because you didn't have iRacing yet. It was on PlayStation, I believe.
It was Project Cars too, yeah.
Yes. And man, he goes there. I was like, what the hell? And I mean, I was like, does it do that all the time?
Oh yeah, that's normal. That's normal.
So then I went out and I bought a rig, and I was like, I don't want that stuff that does that all the time. So I ended up buying Thrustmaster stuff. And which Daniel has that now, and then I upgraded to Fanatec. But yeah, that I couldn't deal with that all the time.
There's people like Daniel said, it sounds like war when people are in a G29 accident. You got G29 on G29 crime. It sounds like warfare out there.
Right.
Oh man. So Downing, I guess going forward, 2021, looking forward here. What is we'll say the most anticipated race, I guess, overall that you look forward to? And I'm going to ask, what is the most anticipated season you look forward to as far as your league racing goes?
Yeah, as of right now, leagues pretty much just running ECRS, the trucks and mods, which the mods is going to be split with the mods and super late models this year. So looking forward to that. So I know we got like the Daytona 24 coming up and a few other things, but the one single race that I'm really looking forward to would have to be the Daytona opener for the trucks. I was so close to winning it last season. I think I led like 40 or 50 laps, and I was leading coming off turn 4, coming to the checkers, and ended up upside down in 8th place.
And
so,
whoopsie.
Yeah, I thought I had that one. And I have a lot of fun, with the restrictor plate tracks like Daytona and Talladega with the trucks. I love the draft, love how it works. And I got a knack for it, and I'm really looking forward to that one. And we got a lot of new sponsors coming on for this year. We got Taylor's working on splitting up the mod series with super lates and mods. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Absolutely, yeah. Looking forward to that. There, he said that race fell into Dave Hunt's lap, is what Scott says there. So obviously, a lot of these guys remember that race. Quite memorable there for the ECRS guys. So are you gonna do anything like? Are we gonna see Chris Downing in the official, like maybe Coca-Cola 600, maybe the official Daytona 500? Are you gonna do more of those official type races this year?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I did run the official Coke 600 this past season. I couldn't tell you how that race ended. I don't remember, but I do remember running it. But yeah, those are a lot of fun. And going to be doing the road ones with you guys, I'm sure too, like Le Mans and all those. We'll have a couple teams thrown together running different series. So like you said in the Discord, those 24 hours are going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Real quick while you're on here, Brooks Trammell comment. He goes, "How do I get in on this ECRS?" So give them a breakdown, Chris. Tell them how they can get in touch with ECRS and all you guys.
Yeah, so the trucks is it's like a team charter setup. So we have 10 teams of 4. So you have 10 team owners, and then they pick their own drivers through recruitment races. So this coming season, season 3 starts January 7th. We've actually got a full lineup. We got a full 40 truck field. So, but the Tuesday night mod series is pretty much open to people that we've run with, and if we haven't run with you, if you jump into one of our practice races, the mods and super late models on Tuesday nights is a lot of fun. The trucks, like I said, we run practice races on Wednesdays that anybody can jump into and have a possibility of moving into the Thursday night league if we have openings, because we have people fall out and work schedules change and people can't run, so different things happen. But get Scott Schroeder, myself, Shawn, Kyle Westwood. If you get a hold of any one of those guys, we can get you hooked up.
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to calling that, and thank you for reminding me that we start next week, because I kind of had this little break here.
Right? You've had enough time off. It's
exactly. Yeah, I guess it's. Well, you like when I take some time off, don't you?
Yeah. So that was a funny story. So yeah, last season, I don't know if you were around for that, Howdy. So what was it, Chicago, our ECRS truck race? You were on vacation somewhere, so we had to save the replay of the race so that he could do like a broadcast through the replay, a few days down the road. And that was the first race that I won with anything in ECRS. And then when you were interviewing me on the broadcast, I told you, I was like, yeah, you need to go on vacation more often, because I tried so hard to win. I mean, it took, it was a few months into running with those guys, and I finally won. And I was like, yeah, of course, the first time I win, and it's not broadcasted, but Sorry, kids are getting crazy.
No, you're good. You are completely. I was gonna say, I think you have the demon rising up from hell right now behind you. You might want to get to that there, Downing. Thanks again so much for coming. Yeah, I know exactly what you're dealing with there, bud.
Thanks,
Right.
Chris.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me on, and thanks for having me in the running to be able to get the votes to win fan favorite. That was cool, and can't wait to see what the trophy looks like. You said it was a ring, right?
Yep. You're walking away with a ring here, so we're looking forward to that. So they should. I'm hoping they turn out pretty nice here. So hey, worst case scenario, you get like one of those big gaudy looking rings that you gotta probably stop Jeffrey from throwing here.
Right? Yeah. Gotta keep that away from him.
I can hear now. Jeffrey, put the ring down.
Right. Yeah. No. That's cool though. I really appreciate it and appreciate everybody that voted. And it was definitely what was it, 5 or 6 people that were up for the running, and everybody definitely deserved it. You know, it's great bunch of guys, and I'm just lucky to have people following, you know, my mother and stepfather and a bunch of friends, and I think my mother and stepfather probably watch just about every one that I run that's broadcasted. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, they enjoy it. My mother used to watch when I was racing local, and she hated it, but she'd go and watch.
Now she knows if you wreck, you just gotta hit that reset button. You might be chat banned for 3 weeks. That's the worst case scenario.
Right? Yeah. No, when I was racing at the local track, my mother was the one that would. I was worried about going after somebody if I got wrecked.
Hold Gyla back. Hold Gyla.
Right.
That's
No,
good.
you wouldn't do nothing like that.
Yeah. No. But yeah, no. It's cool to have, you know, people following the vote, and I know you get a lot of views on here with checkers and wreckers, and you do a great job. Doesn't matter if you're broadcasting trucks or cup or dirt or what it is, you definitely bring it to life, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
That's an understatement.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. You, sir, are the man, the most popular driver here. Chris Downing, thank you again for coming on and having some fun with us.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Absolutely. What a good time that was here with Mr. Downing, as he had the spawn of Satan rising up from the ashes behind him. They were like, all right, Dad's doing this. Well, it's time. It's time. He ain't going to get up. I know how kids think. I know how it works.
Oh, it's like Taylor's son the other night, little man. Yeah.
And that is Griff. It's not a mullet. It's just a nice.
I'm a mullet. For a mullet, you have to have something on top.
This is a skullet.
It's a skullet.
There's a reason I wear a hat, and this is Griff. It's Griff.
It is.
It's the old Tanner Tomasi. I still have yet to see a CWTV Tsunami slider. I need to see one. I need to see it happen. I was waiting for so long when I was broadcasting his races, but never got to see one.
Since we've been talking a little iRacing, let's talk about a race you broadcasted Monday night.
Yes.
The Outcast Independent League Best of the Best 305 race went off Monday night at Volusia, or as the ass likes to say, Volusia. I like the way that race was ran. What they did was what was there 60 entries, I think, total?
Yep.
Or something.
Well, there was more than that because you guys had to qualify before then. Am I correct?
Well, but I think it was 60 total, and they broke it down into 2 groups of 30.
Okay. I gotcha.
Go off, and the first group went out. They had a practice session, then they qualified. They ran heat races, and then the feature, and the top 10 from the feature went on to the main show. And then the same with the second group, fired off. I think we started practice like 8:30. And same deal, qualify, heat races, feature, top 10 went to the show. So I think, and he was raising money for autism awareness.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they raised. I was wrong on the number I gave you the other night. I think they raised over $600.
Very nice.
Which is awesome. And I really like. I had fun running with them guys. It's a great group of guys over at Outcast Independent League. Chris Stanridge runs the league, and he does a great job. Tries to keep it fair for everybody. And that was just a good fun race, because usually it's a pill draw, and like he said, Monday night was all about just seeing who's fast.
Right.
And there was some fast guys out there, man.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, I like dirt. I enjoy it. You'll see it on the weekly recap. But what I do really enjoy of Outcast Independent is their mayhem madness side of things. So Scott, myself, Chummy, I'm trying to think if anybody else. I think that's just the three of us right now. But we've been running in this mayhem madness deal where they do the road courses. So they got the Mazdas. They last night we ran a practice at the Roval in the GTE cars. Drew Warren, I apologized terribly because in the Mazda race last week, he was behind me. He followed me right off the track. He got into that case. Two corners, just right off the track. We both went. No damage done there. Yesterday, cold tires. I qualify second. I'm feeling good. And I'm pushing it behind Mason Neal, who's out in front. And going up the hill at the Roval. Whoop! There goes my back end. Yep. And I'm looking right at Drew Warren, just head on, making eye contact if you could in VR. And I tow it right as he hits me. And I was like, oh, no, dude, I am so sorry. So, again, I can't apologize enough to you, sir, because he's the one putting it on, too. So,
yeah.
But to that degree, I really want to go out there and say these guys, tremendous attitude, both on the dirt side and the road side of things. Is he just shrugged it off. It's like, hey man, it happens. It's like, I swear I'm not out here to take you out. It looks like it.
Well, that's kind of like Monday night in my performance. You know, I went out and I qualified, I think, third or fourth maybe. And so I went out and I won my heat race, which is the first league heat race I've ever won, which I thought was pretty cool. And then for the feature, I went out and finished second. So I made the big show. And I qualified eighth, I think, in the big show, got out there and got up to third and was running third and was starting to battle with the guy in second. As laps were winding down, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get a podium out of this. Well, guy comes out of turn two and decides he's going to pull a slider on me, and it wasn't successful. And so I got knocked back to 10th place after that, because when he pulled it, it spun me and I hit the wall and it bent my front wing up, and I started back in 10th, and I think we had 11 laps to go when I started in 10th. And on the restart, I was like, man, the car's tight. So I got thinking, I was like, okay, it's tight. I can run down low in the slick and it's gonna work nice. And it did. I was hauling down low in the slick and could hold it perfectly. And I ended up bringing it back to fourth. I tried to get a podium finish for us, but hey, with the group we ran with, and I made the show for one, and then got fourth. I thought that was pretty awesome. And I also want to say congratulations to Brett Carroll. He was the guy that won. Tommy Boy and I sponsored last place finisher in the main event. Got a free wrap from Harman Designs, and it was Brett Carroll. And he reached out to Keegan, and he's going to hook him up.
Very nice. Very nice. I'll tell you what, Keegan sent me a picture today of what he's doing for the cart, like what the wrap. Oh my, man.
Oh, he's designing us some wraps.
Woo! This thing looks sharp as anything, I'll tell you that. So I'm looking forward to that. Definitely. So I'm trying to think what else.
But look, we were talking about before the show, and real fast, why people are on here, I want to show them this. So I did something to my wheel. I have the Fanatec Esports wheel, and on the paddle shifters on the back, I added some magnetic shifter thingies. I don't know what you actually call them.
I like that, shifter thingies.
But it makes the shifters a little more tactile. So with the magnets, because I know when we've been practicing Daytona and I go downshifting into turn one, I've missed some shifts because I'm not letting the shifter go all the way back.
Gotcha.
So it doesn't set. Where with the magnet, it pulls it back. So I won't miss shifts now. So
Okay.
I like it. I think they're pretty cool. And they're, Santa Me brought these for me for Christmas.
Is that a Fanatec deal or is that an aftermarket?
That's an aftermarket deal. I'll tell you, I actually got them on eBay for I think they were $20 and some change.
Gotcha. So that ain't bad.
And they're just bolt on. I mean, you have to pull a couple bolts out, and he sends you a couple more bolts and bolts them in, and good to go.
There you go. Very nice. Gotta love the upgrades. Let us know if you guys got any upgrades to the rig. I think it's about that time we make the yearly post. Let's see your rig. Mine's like got wires and stuff all over.
Yeah,
it.
mine does too. That's why I don't even show my rig anymore, because some of these guys put on there. I'm like, yeah, I'm not showing mine.
I got VR too, so it's not impressive.
Yeah.
So no, show us what you guys got. Let us know what you got from Santa here this year. Maybe your wife gave you something there to pull you away from her a little more. Obviously she's okay with it then. So I got this chair behind. I think you and I have similar chairs now. This bad boy, like, she went full out on it. See ya.
Nice.
I'm gone. just like that. It's very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. That was the wrong one. But yeah, so let us know what you guys got here. I'm going to be reading this. He wants a little Checkers and Wreckers 2021 partnership with his team. Or it's not his team, I guess. It is Prilliman's team. He left the team. I don't know.
Okay, well, Tanner, message us. We'll talk. I'll tell you though, I'm thinking about, because we've been kicking around some different ideas and stuff like that. I'm thinking about doing a segment on like kind of not necessarily new gear, but any upgrades to whether it be your sim rig, your VR, whatever, and just kind of sharing some of my experiences in the sim racing upgrade, stuff like that. And because people are constantly joining in on sim racing, and you want to go upgrade some stuff and you don't know what to buy. And I've made that mistake. I've bought something thinking, okay, this is what I need, and then I didn't, and there was $100 wasted for something I didn't need. But kind of like on the Oculus headset, when I told you I bought that new kit for the pads. So if you're looking for new pads for your Oculus Rift S, go to Knox Labs, and they also have them for other VR headsets as well. But I got it, and it was $30. It replaces your face pad, your upper head pad, and the back pad. And they're kind of like faux leather or whatever, but they breathe really well. It's comfortable. So yeah, if you're looking for any new padding for your VR, Knox Labs.
It fits glasses well.
It does. Well, I don't wear my glasses in VR.
Oh, okay.
It's weird because when I first got VR, I didn't think about that. I was like, oh crap, what am I gonna do with my glasses? So when I first put it on, I was like, well, let me put it on and see, if I can see anything. And I put it on, I can see fine. I guess it's just because it's right there in your eyes. So I don't need my glasses when I run VR.
So you are farsighted, or no, nearsighted.
Yes.
So you can see what's right here in front of your face, but you can't see it if it's a little farther away.
Well, Taylor, maybe me and you need to get together on that. That's something we could do.
There you go. He said, Greg says his eyes he's blind as a bat. He's blind as a bat. I know, at least in mine, I can put the because I've had my like blue light blocking glasses on if I'm sitting in front of the computer for a while, and I don't even realize they're on. And I'll slip my VR on. I will realize then I have them on, but it's not a uncomfortable position or anything like that. Now I take them off just because I don't wear glasses. It's probably the time I should wear them is when I have a VR screen 2 inches in front of my face. But I guess to each their own there. But it is comfortable, I could say, in the S.
I know I will be going to contact soon because once we start racing, and I figured that out the other day with my helmet on, I can't get my glasses in there, so I have to go get some contacts.
There you go, getting some contacts there for next season. That should you're gonna throw me off when I see you without glasses on.
I know, it's been a minute.
It's gonna take some time to get used to there.
And speaking of the karting side of things, you know, we dabbled a little bit on that earlier with Daytona Kart Week, but expanding on what Brooks was talking about, how he was down there for the dirt race. That's why they call it Kart Week, because you have races going on at the actual Daytona Oval, and then you have races going on across the street at the dirt oval. So it's just like a whole week of karting. All the big dogs are down there. You know, most of your karting manufacturers are down there. Pretty much anybody to do with karting is there. So, and like you said earlier, you know, we got our buddies Asher and Kaysen are down there right now. Did Coach go?
No, he's testing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he was still testing or if he went down for that.
Yep. So then the Stoner boys are down there as well that I know of. Amax Racing, they're all down there having some fun. So it should be a good time. I don't know if it's like actually live broadcasted, like if they got any cameras out there.
I seen on Facebook where MGM Karting said if you go like their page that they will have live feeds on there. Now I don't know if that's just live feeds from their drivers.
Probably
a live feed of the whole race. So,
gotcha.
But I'm sure there'll be some videos somewhere. I'm sure Brandon or Kristen will throw some stuff up on Asher's Racing Channel page, so you can see some stuff. And I'm sure H2K Racing will be throwing some stuff up.
Brooks says Speed 51. Very nice, very nice.
Now, for the dirt side or both, Brooks?
I'll have to check into that one. So I'm trying to think. Outside of that, good luck to all those guys out there in Daytona. Hopefully you guys bring it back in one piece. You maybe bring back another piece with you, a little hardware.
Right.
Something like that. If not, hey, go out there, have fun, enjoy your time at Daytona, because that could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So you definitely want to grasp what's going on around you. Don't let it all just the hustle and bustle of race day kind of take that away, I guess.
Because you know why?
Why is that?
After midnight, we gonna let it all hang down.
Gonna let it all hang down. Gonna let it all hang down. No. So,
hey, Brooke, you don't know about asphalt, but he knows it's broadcasted with the dirt oval.
I will definitely check into that. I'll have to see what they got going, but I think that's pretty much all we got for you today. You got anything else? Any other?
No, but while we're on here, though, I will say I think we're going to have a special guest soon coming on the show to talk about karting.
Very nice. Very nice. Look forward to that. So you guys stay tuned, and thank you so much for everybody out there. We got BW Sports 1 tomorrow and Tuesday. Play-by-play commentary and basketball. So check out the YouTube channel there, guys, as they go to Indiana girls basketball and cover a camp that they got going on. So that should be fun.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, absolutely, to check out as well. And Brandon, thank you so much. We look forward to getting ready, getting going here. The Kings of Sling going to get going on CWTV here shortly, just a few weeks away from our first show over there. They're rolling, I believe, with their season now. Monsters of Dirt get rolling back here soon. We're about in full iRacing swing.
Did you see what Brooks just posted? Brooks, that's why we love you, man.
Oh.
You're awesome.
He's got it. He's got it down there. And just as Brooks said, drive fast, shift hard, and keep the rubber on the road.
Peace.
See ya. We're